Well, we just had a lovely lunch at Cervantes and the Lobster Shack, and 5 minutes down the road we come across this quite special lake. This is Lake Thetis, and it's quite special. You'll see why as soon as we get to the end of this boardwalk. So here we go, we're at the end of the boardwalk now, and the stromatolites, they're descendants of the earliest life forms on Earth apparently. Quite fragile, and you can just see through the water some examples. I shall put on the screen how you spell that. But yeah, I think I've said that right. Stromatolites. And obviously you're not allowed to step off this boardwalk. I always abide by the rules. So many people stray off the paths though when they're not meant to. Very naughty. Don't do that, people. I'm sure you don't, you're sensible. And these are even bigger examples. So it's a shame they're buried under the water. Sometimes you can see them shallower than that, but hopefully it gives you an idea. Stromatolites, descendants of the earliest life forms on Earth. We are now heading into Perth City. So we're now about to walk along Matajarrat Bridge, and it will take us to the Optus Stadium, which is behind me. The likes of Pink and Ed Sheeran have performed there, and I believe a bit later on this year as well, Coldplay will be performing there. So let's go and have a tour round.
Now these LED strip lights you'll see here, they're all around the stadium, and if they were put together there'd be 1.7 kilometres of those. So we can light up the stadium in whatever colours we like. So if it's a West Coast Eagles home game, it can be lit up in blue and gold. If it's Fremantle Dockers, it's purple and white. If it's the Scorchers, it's all a beautiful orange burnt colour. If it's pink, Pink's playing here, we can light it up in pink. We can light it up in whatever colours we like.
This concourse goes all the way around the stadium with disabled bays. There are about 1,000 TV screens in here. Amazing, they've really thought this out.
You see up there, there's a CCTV camera. There's 1,700 of them. So we always say to the kids, wave to security. Can you wave to kids? So if we have an issue during an event and there's a lost kid or anything, we can find them very, very quickly. If you look up to the roof itself, you'll see that's that white, very hard Teflon cover. That's our roof. From time to time we have people get up there and clean the roofs. That gap between the roof and the facade is about 10 metres. That's our air conditioning. So in summertime, when it's hot in Perth, the afternoon sea breeze, the Fremantle Doctor comes in and cools everything down. Really works a treat.
Wow.
This is a great place for photos. If you look up to the roof, you'll see those LED lights up right on top of the roof. There's 897 of them, and when the stadium's lit up, it looks fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Those curly things hanging off the roof, they're our speakers. There's 18 Bose speakers, and on event day you can hear everything as clear as anything. So this is our Skyview Lounge. This is another hospitality area. If it was AFL, you would come here, you would have a food and drinks package.
Absolutely amazing view from the Optus Stadium. Great view of the city. Great view of the bridge. Goes different colours.
And the West Bears are coming.
Cutting edge, the Optus. Stunning. And what a day. What a venue. 73,000 people here was the most they ever had, and that was for Ed Sheeran in concert last year.
As I said, this is the away team coaches box. So the coaches and assistant coaches are on this side. They've got all their communications equipment that they plug in there. On the other side is where all the statisticians sit. And the Dockers and the Eagles have exactly the same setup as this, except they don't have a partition in the middle. So the coaches can be talking to people down on the interchange bench down there. We'll go down there very shortly. So coaches are talking. Some of the coaches operate from here, some operate from down on the interchange bench, and some do a combination of. So this area here is purely for the print media, journalists. So they can be sitting in here. We can get 30 journos in here.
That there is the radio box for commentary. We're now going to the TV box, apparently.
Channel 7 and Foxtel normally operate from here. They'll have their desk here. So they're facing that way. The cameras are set up facing this way, and they have big, really bright TV lights. So when that light hits this glass, because it's on an angle, it diffuses down. It doesn't reflect back into the cameras. So this is one of our hospitality suites. This is a 24-person one. So the deal here is you come in here an hour before the game, during the game, and an hour after. And it's a food and drinks package when you come in here. So this area here is called the Victory Lounge. This is one of our premium hospitality areas. This can be set up for all manner of functions.
Look at these.
And we have vehicles come along here, and you'll see the direction of travel. They can only travel in one direction, and if they're travelling, they can only do about 10 kilometres an hour, and they must have their lights flashing. These pylons, there's 2,000 of these, and they are pushed down through all that marshy area into the bedrock, 45 metres into the ground. And this is what the stadium sits on. We had issues with the grass this year. The grass itself is a winter Bermuda couch grass. So in the summer the couch grows, and then at the start of winter they sow a ryegrass into it.
Very deep.
So obviously this is the West Coast Eagles change rooms. You'll see they've taken down the current players' names down, but there's each jumper has a corresponding locker, and if your name is up there, that means you've played 100 or more games for the West Coast Eagles, or if there's a gold cup against your name, that means you played in a winning grand final. So this is another hospitality area. This is called the locker room. And we pinched this idea from the Dallas Cowboys in the States. They have a similar setup. So if it was a West Coast Eagles home game, this whole area would be full of West Coast Eagles supporters.
Loving this stadium tour. Optus Stadium, just cutting edge. They're still getting the grounds ready as well for the next games, concerts, whatever else is going to happen here.